Ok. Tā, labi. So, in few seconds we're gonna know if we're live. I guess we're live. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode number 9 of the Voice of Armwrestling. My name is Ray. I'm together with Jedi Master himself, Yanis. So today we don't have that much to talk about, but I think we have enough. We last time we did an episode, we didn't answer basically any of your questions. So please leave us questions right now. We will answer them. But today we're going to talk about mostly about Moldova. So Moldova.
And your questions as well.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about Moldova, and then we're going to get to your questions. So Moldova is doing another tournament. So one more thing. So we didn't get the new camera, but we get microphones. But if you we have problems with sound, or you can't hear us clearly,
yeah, just testing them
we're
now.
Testing them now. So let us know in comments so we can fix them. So one more time, hi guys, welcome to episode number 9. Leave a like under the video, it really helps us. So let's talk about Moldova. So they created one really big tournament. It was when it was on September.
It was a few weeks before World Championship.
Or October. I think it was on September. Yeah, on September.
End of September, I think.
Yeah. I was there, but I forgot what time it was. So they're doing another one, and they can do super matches, 3 super matches.
December 15.
December 15.
So it's quite soon.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna do live stream, so it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna go there as well. We will do interviews with, I think we hopefully with all the competitors, and talk about everything that's going on there. So yeah. They will have 3 super matches.
This time no regular tournament.
Yeah, just
top 8 left hand, top 8 right hand. They will invite invite some athletes, and then also 3 super matches.
Yeah, so
you have a list for Moldova?
Yes, so let's start about top 8. Top 8 right arm?
Right arm.
Right arm. So Krasimir Konstantino, Jamber Zenk, Revas Lutidze, Aleksandr Jankushki, Sabin Badelescu, Petro Marhanint, Sandris Šedis,
and Latvian strength in the class as well.
And Dmitry Vizhi from Moldova.
Yeah, local boy.
Yeah, he did really good in open class in last tournament, so I think it's pretty deserving that he is there. And the names that are there with right arm, it's I don't even know who is favorite there from all this, because there's the legend Jamber Zenk.
We'll see if they will get at first all those names.
Yes. So
they asked Modestas Grigaitis before.
Yeah.
Modestas said that he's not ready to pull and he will not go.
Yeah.
They asked, I think, Rustam Babayev as well.
Rustam got injured in versus Tim, so in his place it's Sanders coming there, which we're excited for. But they will do single elimination, so 8 competitors with right arm guys. They will start there. They will have matches up to 3 matches, up to 2 victories, and then you're eliminated. Winner goes up, loser goes home.
And will be draw before?
Yeah, it will be draw before. When we arrive, it's on December 14, and on 15 they will do the competition. So it's a single elimination. Who gets out, it's done for you. I think this is really interesting. Anything can happen there, and any super strong guys can be put together in first round, and you know, it's really interesting. With the right arm, I think Sabin Badelescu is one of the favorites. There.
Right arm.
Right arm.
I would say
more with the left.
No. I would say that Georgian Lutiza.
I also think, yeah, they are the most. We haven't seen
something wrong with Jan's microphone.
Something wrong, yeah.
Yeah, so you can't hear me, or?
So this is mine, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will try to fix it.
So you can't hear, or it's too loud, too quiet, or?
Maybe if the sound is a little bit like someone said, robotic, it's you know, we cannot fix it right away. We will fix it for next time. At least there is a sound there. So right arm, one more time. So you think Lutiza? I think Lutiza too, because he was really good in World Championship.
It's not. It's never 100%, but it's very possible. Yeah. So he was really good in Moldova before. In September,
yeah,
he did really good in the walls. He gave Lewan tough match, really close match.
Really good match.
He almost top rolled him. He didn't compete in a Zloty tour.
Yeah,
he was in a starting list, but he didn't.
He didn't come. He didn't come. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we don't know what the legend John Berzenk is up to. If he's been training hard, John is always in right there. But we don't really know what's with him.
I'm not sure John is active. Of course he's still strong, and he can
pull against anyone.
In the same weight he can beat almost everyone. But it's anyway, if he is not training regularly, I don't think he can win. It's even for me. It's even a question why he's still pulling. Why he's still competing? If he's not
maybe
active.
they just wanted some big names. Well, as the last time they called it as super legenda.
Yeah. But
you know,
of course, for everyone, John is best we have seen in the last few decades, and it's always great to see him pulling.
I hope he will show up and
great to see him active,
and be in good form, you know, in good shape, because we don't want to see him lose. We want to see him win, you know. So left arm, Tsonev Jordan from Bulgaria, Alan Makiev, Russia, Travis Bajent, USA, Evgeny Prudnik, Ukraine, Vadim Statsuk, Ukraine, Ryan Espy, Canada, Ferit Osmanli, Turkey, and Plamen Dimitrov, Bulgaria. So left arm, Travis is gonna pull. Finally, we're gonna see him against some good competition right there. I think favorite is Travis, but I always like Plamen. he can pull against anyone. So yeah. It will be interesting, and the guys that are pulling with right arm, there's completely different guys pulling with left arm.
Yeah, so it's eight different guys with
so
left,
16
right.
athletes, you know.
It's all are they all are invited, and we can talk also about money.
Yeah.
It's how much for first place?
I think it was 4,000 euros.
Or 5.
4 or 5.
It's 4 or 5.
We might get it wrong.
Place,
yeah.
and it's
guaranteed 500 euros.
Even if you lose in the first round and you don't win a fight, you still get some money.
And all expenses are paid. So they created something really interesting. A lot of guys are invited, a lot of money involved in this, and this is going to be interesting show. To my knowledge, they're not doing a pay-per-view, because sometimes if you do these, you want to get some money back. So
it will be live stream?
I think it's going to be live stream like last time, and for free. So everyone can tune in and watch it. Again, this year's last big tournament, I think, like with such a big names there. And also without all these top 8s, that's gonna happen. So they're gonna do, it's gonna be a tournament system, as we said, single elimination. One pair comes up, winner goes up, loser just sits there and watches. So the winners will have to fight 3 times, others for 1 or 2 times. And also they're doing their new promotion, champion titles. So they will have the Daniel Prokopchuk from Moldova versus Mindaugas Tarasaitis for 70 kilo or lightweight champion title.
Tarasaitis is champion he was champion in
Moldova?
September. He
Yeah.
won with right arm,
Yeah.
and Daniel was second place.
Second place, yeah.
So he's like a contender
Contender,
for a champion
Champion
name or,
yeah.
or belt or any
Whatever
title.
they're doing, I think it's
Yeah.
really good.
And also they will have Travis Bagent against,
Georgi Tsvetkov.
and again Travis is like a champion.
Yeah.
He won against John Brzenk.
But I don't know if or they make it, because with John it was right arm.
It was right arm.
Oh, right
It was
arm.
right
Then,
arm,
yeah.
and
So, yeah,
and
yeah.
Travis
So,
will
yeah.
pull right arm with Tsvetkova again.
Yeah. Also, their women championship, there we're gonna be Michael Lazari versus Ellen Janiheim. Both
Yeah.
are juniors.
Yeah.
Both are world champions.
Yeah, Elin is
Yeah.
always 13 years old, still for 3 years. Every year, 33 years old.
Every year she competes. Someone in the back says she's only 13. It's like, no, she can't be for 3 years.
Yeah, but she is
very talented, very strong,
good young athlete, and
very
great
explosive.
future.
Yeah, so she had great world championships, and she had to work for the title this year. First time she was in trouble, and in senior day she did amazing. She won Ilyushina,
Yeah.
which is a woman legend in women arm wrestling. So I think all the matches will be really interesting. We're gonna be in Mindaugas corner. He's our neighbor, he's our friend, so
Yeah.
we will try to give some good advice.
Always supporting any
Yeah.
arm wrestler, and I want to see some
Yeah.
good
think-
matches. But
I think the lightweights. I don't know how the Travis versus Tsvetko gonna go.
Tsvetko was second
Second
place in Antalya in
Yeah.
World Championship, his right arm.
Yeah.
He was in final against Levon.
11.
So he's second number in world in WAF right now. So he's very serious opponent.
Yeah.
And
Former world champion. So
yeah,
yeah, he's 180 kilos.
he was huge in Turkey. He was huge.
Very big.
And strong of course as well. And Travis just a week ago had
Yeah.
a match against
Sabin
Sabin
Badulescu
Badulescu with right arm.
So
They stopped match with 2-1.
2-1, and then they gave victory for Sabin 4-2.
Yeah,
So
it was some minor injury or
so
maybe not some minor injury.
what people from Moldova said, that Travis is not pulling out. He's still going to compete. He will be ready by it. So we don't know what really happened, and it's we're gonna see. I hope Travis will do fine. He will be strong, and he will fight, because I don't think he would have stopped the match versus Sabin if it wasn't something serious, just for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that match, someone who hasn't seen it, Sabin stopped him. He catched him in defensive top rope.
Second fight.
Second fight, and in third, some saw a pin. I didn't see a pin, but of course everyone makes mistakes, so it can happen. So maybe Travis just got scared and pulled out. You know, it's better not to lose, because Sabin stopped him, and it would be really hard for him to do it again. Yeah.
Okay. About Moldova, what I really like is Tarasaitis and Daniel. I really enjoy that they will do super fight for lightweights.
Yeah.
It's again with the quality, with table intelligence. It will be a great match. I really would like to will enjoy it before they have some history.
Yeah.
In a
they pulled so many times, and sometimes they change the winners.
In September they met. Tarasaitis won in the final.
Yeah.
Before that, Daniel had a long fight with Emil from Armenia.
Yeah.
So
he will be
Tarasaitis was more fresh.
Strong. Yeah.
And he won. But after that, Tarasaitis won right arm in Zloty Tour.
Yeah.
So he's Zloty Tour champion. He beat Engin Terzi.
Yeah, that was the best match of the day, I think. Yeah.
And Daniel didn't pull right arm in
World Championship.
He pulled
yeah.
with just left. He
Yeah.
won with left. He didn't pull with right.
Yeah.
And also he missed Zloty Tour. He didn't pull in Zloty Tour as well.
Yeah.
So
he will be more fresh.
Definitely he will be more fresh.
Yeah.
But we will see.
Yeah.
And also it's in Moldova. It's in his home country. I'm not saying that
it's going to be tough for him.
That everyone will work on his side, but still to win for Tarasaitis, to win in Moldova, super match against Daniel,
it will be hard. It will be really hard. Yeah. So, but yeah, as you said, it should be, and I think it will be the most interesting matchup there. One of the, at least one of the. Because lightweights and the way they always pull, it's never like flash pin from both of them. They're both used to long matches, so for 5 rounds they will have 5 rounds. I don't know, it's up to 3 victories or it's total 5 rounds. So how they're gonna do it?
It's already for sure that Tarasaitis will anyway. He will go for
top
wrist.
roll.
He will go for Daniel's hand.
Daniel
will try to get his shoulder behind his arm and try to get inside and even if Tarasaitis opens, Daniel's wrist is still not over. Daniel can pull without wrist for a long.
Yeah,
and
he can sit there for days.
And Tarasaitis is one of those pullers who can beat Daniel.
Yeah.
There are not too much all who goes inside.
Yeah, yeah.
I think his inside strength probably is best in this class right now. If he's healthy and his joints are
if he can hold it.
Yeah.
So it will be really interesting matchup. So we're looking forward to it, and we will be there day before. We will try to get interviews before everything goes on, so you can see them before everything starts, so you know what the athletes are thinking, and we will do something right there from the event. It's really interesting. We love to watch good quality arm wrestling, and the matchup Tarasaitis versus Daniel is really interesting for us, because we talked about this when we talked about Vendetta, that they're doing so much heavyweights, and it was 6-0, 6-0, no fight, or elbow, you know, like Tim versus Babayo. It was disappointing.
It was a great matchup.
It was great, but it was kind of disappointing. So I think if they can show the world that lightweights can make magic happen, it's like in UFC when before there was no women competition, and Ronda Rousey came and winning everyone with the armbar in first round. And so after a year, biggest paid MMA fighter in history till that time. After then Conor, so it's lightweights can do a lot of damage, I think. So guys, give us some questions. We will answer them, because as we said, the Moldova was the biggest topic we wanted to talk about this week. Some things that happened with pound for pound arm wrestling. Yeah. So Paul versus Paul.
Paul Talbot against
Paul Lin.
Paul Lin.
Yeah. So right arm, it was
3-3.
3-3. Yeah.
This is a pretty even match, and 3-3, and
Talbot is looking much bigger than when you fought him back in 2014, 15. Yeah.
No. For last 2 years, he's pulling.
90?
It's 90 kilos.
90 kilos.
Or close to 90.
180 pounds, 85.
185, 190. So he's bigger. He's heavier. Before we were pulling in 75 kilo class in 165 pounds, and I have pulled with him a lot of times. 2014, I won twice, even with left arm, and after that he always beat me with left, and I have never lost right arm against Paul. But he's one of those arm wrestlers from USA which I believe could do really good in a world stage, especially with left arm.
You said when you came back, I think 15 or 16, 2016, 15, you said that he's right there on level number 1, number 2 in the weight class, in your weight class.
Yeah. We pulled in 2015 or 14, I can miss World Arm Wrestling League final with left arm, and he was really good that time. And in 165, I believe he could do good. But he's much heavier now, stronger now, and still last or 2 years ago, he pulled in one in next category, 90 kilo category or 86 kilo category, and he still did really good. He won against Todd Hutchings, won against Justin Bishops. So to see him beat Pauline with left arm, it's not a surprise. It's 6-0.
It's 6-0.
It's Vento. It's
It's his left arm is really good, really strong on right there on world level.
Another super match we already mentioned: Travis Bagent and
Sabin
Badlescu.
Yeah.
And I think today they will have Justin Bishop.
Justin Bishop versus Alex.
It will be left arm, and I think it's tonight. It's 29 of November, so it should be tonight. And I'm not sure what Alex can show against Justin. Justin's left arm is
I think
very solid.
Alex, as much as I know from watching the matches, his left arm is really good. His right arm is a little bit weaker. So I think it's a better matchup than with right arm. With right arm, Justin is really good, I think. And how he did back in Moldova, it means nothing. And it will be interesting to see it. And most interesting for me is I want to see Ryan pull Daniel Massier. So
against Massier.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that one because
that's tonight as well, or it's.
I cannot keep up with the schedule. I thought it's gonna be all the Saturdays or all the Fridays. It turns out it's weekdays. So really interesting how they're doing this, and we will see. Every morning I wake up and I just watch if some new uploads have come up regarding arm wrestling world. So we will see.
Okay. Questions?
Yeah.
Questions.
So, what should be the ideal rest time before the tournament, in your opinion?
It's very individual. There are no ideal or best. It's for me. If of course I know myself quite good. I have been doing this for a few years and
few
and I know how I regenerate and how I feel. But it's again always it depends what I have done before. If I have some really long preparation period, I feel more tired. I feel maybe some minor injuries, some small discomfort in the joints or muscles. It's always longer. It's always better to be more healthy, more rest or more recover than to do some late training right before. What I always said to my students and then also people I know in arm wrestling is in the last week or in last 10 days it's more possible that you will
you might ruin
something more than get them advantage for last training.
You cannot gain anything in just training 3 days
last week before competition. It's already too late to get stronger. The only way you can
get better is to be fresh. Because in arm wrestling we need to think about how much work have you done on your tendons and muscles. Muscles can recover pretty fast. Central nervous system needs a lot of rest if you have done really hard training, and tendons take up to like 10 days. So usually we stop doing side press 10 days and arm wrestling 10 days or 7 days before competition. For me it's I'm always better if I have worked out like 2 days before.
That's what I said. It's very individual.
We know Sanders does a week and does nothing before competition. So
usually, if you watch for heavyweights, it should be a little bit longer. It should be this period, the rest period before competition from some really heavy trainings. It should be longer. But it's again a question. You need rest your muscles, healthy joints, healthy tendons as much as possible, and much more important, your central nerve system. If you have done some really serious preparation period, your central nerve system could be
if you,
much tired.
This is sometimes the problems when guys peak too fast. They're doing like they get into training and they start getting strong like really fast, and they peak really fast, and it's up to like, I don't know, like 6-5 weeks up to competition, and you cannot hold that for that long. So it's always you just need to understand. You just need to experiment for yourself. Just look at how did you feel. I stopped doing this on Monday. I rested 4 days. Did I feel good? Next time you change something. It's never one thing for everyone. It's best to not arm wrestle or do some heavy side press, anything that can add tension to your tendons before competition. But the other way, it's pretty individual.
Yeah. Usually in last week for sure, I don't want to do any negative stress, any close to maximum, so
it's always interesting when I see someone like before competition, they're doing some heavy training on table, and comes competition time and say I beat everyone in a workout, and comes competition they cannot do anything.
Before competition you have to be sure about yourself. You have to believe in a job you have done in your trainings before, and to try out in last week how much you can lift, how much you can hold, or that's too late, and that's the biggest mistake.
There's no point.
You have to believe in your training you have done.
Like Devon said, everything works when you just believe it.
Yeah.
So arm wrestling, the same thing. Just believe what you have done, believe in your technique, and you will do best you have done before. So next one, Travis and Svetko. Should we answer? So what are chances of Travis to win over Svetko? How you think? Even Laret said the Europeans are in next level. I hope that you'll show good fight. Svetko is really huge and hungry right now.
Travis is smart, experienced, very tricky arm wrestler.
Yeah.
And if he feels good, if there is no chest injury, if there are no any problem, yes, he can beat Svetko.
But Svetko has really good chance. Second in the world this year, so he will be big and strong, and I think he will give fight.
Travis,
I think it's going to be hard for Travis. I will give favorite to Svetko right now.
Travis has showed up in competitions in a very different shape.
Yeah.
He has been big and strong, and 2 years ago he won right and left against everyone in World Arm Wrestling League. He won even right arm.
Then he lost to Scott Mendelson.
Okay, yes, but he won against Dave Chaffee with right arm, 2016 World Arm Wrestling League, and he can be really strong. With Travis, if you give him enough money,
he will come.
He will come prepared,
really
and he can pull against everyone.
Yeah.
It's for Travis. I think it's always question with motivation. If you motivate him really good, he will show up in a super shape and maybe even ready to pull Denis Tsiplenko.
But with enough motivation.
Yeah, so it's a question of motivation. But will he beat Svetko? We will see. But
he's a little bit injured. It will be hard, and I'm giving more chances to Svetko right now. But we will see. Do you guys have secondary jobs, or you can make enough money from arm wrestling? Right now, Yanis is physical therapist?
I'm a physiotherapist. I work with my patients every day, full-time job, and about arm wrestling and money. I have a long career, and probably if I put all money I have earned in arm wrestling and all money I have spent in arm wrestling, I don't think
You made anything.
Made anything.
Spend more.
Yeah, but it's always for those who ask me how much I will earn if I will be a world-class arm wrestler. I can always answer really clearly, like go to work, and it's easier. It's easier to earn money. Go and work.
I love this answer was if you want to earn money, play golf or tennis.
Yeah.
If you want to be an athlete that makes a lot of money without it doesn't matter. But
so yes, I have a secondary job and. Arm wrestling, my attitude, my love to arm wrestling, everything. It's professional, but still no, I can't live just from arm wrestling.
Not yet, and
maybe soon.
Yeah, myself. I'm a trainer, so this is where I work mostly. Not mostly, but only. But now we're focusing on this. More about arm wrestling, more about training. Also, we are leaders of Latvian arm wrestling. I'm the president of federation. Jans is vice president, which pays nothing, but we're still hoping that someday it will pay out something. Right now, it just pays with happy athletes and then some pride in our hearts. But we still need to work. Yeah, we still need to wake up early, like tomorrow, and go to work.
Yeah.
So, do you think multivitamins, fish oils work and are good for arm wrestlers?
Yes. Multivitamins, fish oil, some other supplements. Of course, they are good. You will not feel any big benefit from using multivitamins. If you use multivitamins and you start to feel better, then you actually had some deficit of vitamins before. If you take some multivitamins and nothing changed, so it's just to keep this level. Fish oil.
It helps with joints.
It helps with joints.
With brain, with immunity.
It's omega 3.
Yeah.
It's of course, yeah, but you can find all those things in a healthy diet and food. But the question is, what's your diet? What's your food?
Yeah, I don't think taking extra supplements hasn't hurt anyone if you don't take too much, because people always say, well, if you have something too much, you will just piss it out, and there's no point of taking it. Our body is changing every day, and every week you need to do some tests to find out do you have all the vitamins, all the minerals, everything. It's better to take a little bit of supplement and piss something out than just waste money on doing tests, in my opinion. So there's a big discussion. So I see that not a lot of people know who Cvetko is, and then. He's former world champion, but I think he got busted for doping.
Yeah, Georgi Cvetko from Bulgaria, Bulgarian heavyweight, strong arm wrestler, European champion before, in world championship, podiums, maybe even world champion.
I think world
champion.
Right
arm, but he had suspension for doping use.
Yeah,
2 years, I think so. He had positive doping tests, and I think he had 2 years rest of arm wrestling, and then this year he was back in a world championship again in a doping tested event and was second place in the worlds in right arm.
I think he needed to do doping tests because everyone who returns from suspension, if you compete in Europe or Worlds, you need to pay for your doping test. That's the rule. We don't know if it was enforced, but it is the rule.
Yeah. When it's next big event? Lietuva?
So yeah. So not tomorrow, but Saturday I'm leaving for Lithuania. It will be World Cup.
They called it World Cup. It's in Alytus, Lithuania.
Yeah. For my knowledge, they will have Russians coming there. They will have Kazakhstan athletes and Latvians. So
quite big team from Latvia is going.
Yeah, we have some good juniors, some girls, and some good seniors.
There are
as
some
well.
small money prizes as well. I think
about
2,500 together, but it's 250 for open class.
So something there, and it's, if you're in neighborhood, please come.
Yeah. And next, of course, we talked already before. It's Moldova. December 15.
Yeah, it's gonna be the biggest for December, because I don't know if anything else is happening. Something's happening in every world, every country in all over the world, and there's a lot of things. Arm wrestling is growing like crazy. Like every other week, there's some competitions. There's something interesting. So it's really good that now we have internet, now we have YouTube and these platforms where we can communicate, we can see what's going on, because I don't know how it was back in the day when you need to send messages like or find out on TV that something is going on. So what is there? Another question: did someone you ever fought, Sasha Andreev? Share some more views on him. Not enough. Kaspars Gravis and Janis fought against Sasha. Yes.
I pulled Sasha Andreev in a 2014 World Championship. Yeah. He was young. I didn't expect he's so strong, and we get to straps, and in straps I stopped in a quite good position, and I thought I will be able to beat him.
And then he started.
And started with crazy side pressure, Actually, he didn't lose his wrist. His wrist was straight, and he was able to get back in a hook, and he beat me in a hook. So
his joint, how it holds up,
joint strength, it's
amazing.
Side strength is really amazing, and for his size, for his height, his hand is quite big and thick.
Yesterday, Vladislav showed me some pictures that Sasha just posted. So his whole arm, starting with the shoulder, everything is the same size. Everything is in the same size, and his forearm is a little bit bigger than everything. But everything is like he's built like I don't know who he's. But I don't know. It will be hard for him to gain to win these bigger guys, because he's pretty small and he cannot get bigger. He can maybe improve on technique, because he just he tries to win in his hook, and it works like every time in World Championship. Almost now for past 2-3 years, it works all the time. He has won, but in Moldova it was different story. So
he lost against Krasim, against Todd Hutchins.
He won Krasim.
He won against Krasim. Yeah. So Sasha is genetically, I think, super gifted arm wrestler.
When he was the pictures when he was 15 years old, he was jacked. He was like.
We remember him from junior classes when he pulled in one class with our Kaspars, and then he didn't won all junior titles. I remember he lost against Russian in class, but he was 15, 16
but I remember
that time, and already
when I went to
strong.
Azerbaijan for Europeans, and he won juniors, but he didn't win seniors. And then it was in Lithuania.
In Lithuania, he won his first senior title in 2014. He won his first senior title in 75 kilo class. And after that, every year he has almost every year. Like next year, he was 80, 85, and I think he's pulling 90 kilo now, and maybe we'll get even bigger. But Sasha is one of those arm wrestlers I would like to see in a super match against Rustam Babayev, against Yevgeny Prudnik, Sasha against also maybe even Todd Hutchings.
Yeah.
Would be great. Todd Hutchings beat him in Moldova. That's also
two guys that fight in Hook. I think it would be really interesting.
Yeah, with Todd Hutchings there are no questions. They both will go directly
inside and whose arm will hold up. So many people are leaving comments about Alexey Voevoda, but he's suspended for doping use in Sochi Olympics. Yeah. So he cannot compete in any sport, to my knowledge. He cannot just come and do anything. And we saw him practicing with Dennis. Not practicing, he was standing there and practicing with other guys.
Before Zloty Tour this year?
Yeah. So it was when he came back to fight versus Tim, it wasn't Voevoda that was there before. Yeah, it's and everyone is always commenting and leaving, talking about Liliev, talking about Voevoda, talking about Tsiplenko, talking about Devon, John. These are the big names from the past, you know. From like Alexey from the Pulling John movie. This is where the most people know that.
If I think about Alexey Voevoda, I remember him first time I saw him in 2000. In Rovaniemi in Finland, in World Championship.
Yep.
I think he didn't won both arms. He was in top 3. I'm not sure. In a 100 kilo class he was pulling, and after that, 2003 World Championship in USA when he lost against Travis Bagent with right arm. Travis beat Alexey Voevoda, and after that 2004 when he showed up in really great shape in Zloty Tour. It was first really big Zloty Tour event with John Brzenk, with Alexey Voevoda, with Travis Bagent,
from the movie, everything was in the movie.
You all know, and that was this prime time of Alexey Voevoda.
That's where the legend comes from.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And after that, he had some great matches, super matches with I think super match with Semerenko, super match with Travis Bagent as well. I think that he had, and then he went to bobsleigh in 2000.
Yeah, something.
2008.
Yeah, he started
from Turin's Olympic game, and so he's a athlete who could be one of greatest all-time best arm wrestlers in history. But actually, he was doing very good just for very small period.
Yeah.
And in that period, yes, he was good in 2004, 2005. Alexey was great. After that, he hasn't done anything.
It's because you know
he had super match with Michael Todd later, but Michael that time Michael wasn't so strong. How strong he is now, I think.
Yeah.
He beat Michael Todd pretty easily in super match, and Alexey Voevoda had potential to be, but and he was great, but 1-2 years. That's only my opinion.
Yeah.
And nowadays, yes.
Because you know, I see all these comments, and it's not like I'm sitting there and reading them, but they come just to my phone. So I'm always there, and people are talking about the same things over and over again. It's always like, when is Voevoda coming back? And he's like the best of all time. Then they're talking that the Zloty Tour when John beat Tsiplenko. But Tsiplenko was very young. He was just coming up. It's like, oh my God, but he still beat. He was not even close to what we saw versus Devon, I think. Not even.
It's hard to compare.
It's always hard to compare, but just by, you know, and the next year he beat John. So okay, now he's old, it's really sometimes I just don't understand what the people want, because now everyone is taking everyone is making excuses about Devon. It's like Devon lost because of this, because of that, because someone uses, someone doesn't use this, and they should pull right arm. Devon said in his interview he took the loss. He said everything there. He said that he was just stronger, and it doesn't change anything about Devon. You know, it's not like it's really interesting for me. I love people, psychology, and it's always interesting to see these stupid comments. You know,
it's everyone has their opinion, and that's okay.
Yeah.
About what else would like to say? For a heavyweight, he was very technical. He was very explosive with really good coordination on table.
This is why he can go to bobsleigh and be top athlete. Yeah.
His overall explosiveness, overall strength. He's a world-class athlete in any explosive and strength sport. But for information that we have now, he have a lifetime suspension for doping use, and probably we will not see him in any sport, and also not in arm wrestling anymore.
Yeah.
If there are no big changes. So
it's
this short glory time for it was a great time. But
he tried to come back and Tim smashed him, and
there's also a comment about Liliev is small now. Andre is writing, Liliev is not small now. Liliev is I believe
he wasn't as big as he was before, but
I was talking with Arsen in Turkey a few months ago, and he's maybe 90, maybe 95 kilos. He's not active in arm wrestling, but he's owner of gym in Vladikavkaz in Russia, and he said he's not thinking about coming back. But of course he was he's still great arm wrestler, and it was always fun to watch him, and always great to compete against him as well.
Yeah. So Kaiser asked, I train for endurance and my shoulder hurts if I held it for long. Does that mean that I need shoulder training, or it's normal pain that I can get rid of? I think it's arm wrestling endurance, so he's holding things. I think it's shoulders. Our arms are attached right here, so whenever we're holding, getting hit, this is the part that takes the damage. Chest, it's back, not lower back, but upper back, and every muscle there. So we need to always take care about shoulders. This is where the arms are start with, you know.
Arms are connected with body, and shoulders are this connection point, and it doesn't matter if it's some explosive stress or it's endurance or some
we hear it so much.
If you have pain in shoulder, pain is not a normal. Of course, if muscles get tired and you feel that it's more muscle tiredness, it's different. But if it's really a pain, think about opposite muscles, which you usually we are working just with inside rotation. We are working just with inside strength and side pressure here to side. So think opposite. Think what you need for balance. Work more with external rotators. Work more with opposite stress, stabilize your shoulder, stabilize your scapula, and maybe you will feel better after that. But to work out with pain in muscle,
it's not good. It's not good.
Pain is a self-saving reaction, and it will limit your ability. It's pain. If there is really serious pain, it will not body will not allow you to progress. Other way, body understands that if you will get even stronger, you will damage your shoulder even more. So to train with pain, it's for long term.
Body is smart, and arm wrestling, it's I think what we have noticed for everyone, it's imbalances usually. That imbalance, because everything goes here, or for top rollers everything goes here. So you need to have that balance from your muscles, because we mostly on table we just do so much inside work, and if you don't do enough outside work, outside rotation, then your like Janis said, rotator cuff, scapula, so many things can go wrong. So train your shoulders, condition your shoulders, and let yourself rest. With people, let's look. Strong echo in Jan's microphone. We'll fix it next time. Who do you think is the most underrated arm wrestler? Someone who we haven't met yet. Who's the give
most
us
underrated
some
arm wrestler?
So here are some suggestions. Gasparini, Lanetin. No, I think everyone knows Gasparini, Laletin.
Gasparini is for me he's one of most potentially future. He's already star of arm wrestling, but future names. If we will see him healthy and strong again back on the table, he can beat almost everyone. He has proved before. He won against Rustam Babayev. He has won a world championship.
He pulled great versus Todd.
Really good match against Michael Todd. There's no questions. Vitaly Letin.
He's already there. He's. I don't think anyone. Just because he didn't compete on Zloty, he's not underrated. Everyone knows. Multiple-time world champion. You know. It's. There is no doubt that Laletin is right there with I might even say top 5 guys in the world. As a novice, how often should you be pulling? I think once a week is enough. One good training session where you work on your technique, not just try to beat your opponents, but work on your technique, sit in different positions. Week is a good time for your body to heal. So we know that a lot of guys, especially, I know a lot of guys that don't have gyms like ours, they practice this, they will do table practice once a week, and other time either they don't do anything or they just go to the gym. For us it's completely different. We do
for novice about table time. It's important that in the sparring, in training, you don't need to damage your opponents, and also your sparring partners need to damage yourself. So train smart. You don't need always go for 100%. You can do it teaser. You can do it with working just some weak points, working for some angles. So there are athletes who are working out on table 3 times, Krasimir Kostadino, arm wrestling every day, 3 times a day, but it's question if you feel that your body, your structures, your muscles, your tendons are feeling good and you can do more, go for more. If you feel some pain, you feel some discomfort, you feel some stress, take a rest, do some light weights, do some easy weights, and wait, rest, and pull again. So it's there again. No, but usually like once a week for beginners is totally enough. If you will do more, it's possible some injury risks are higher.
It's better to start with 1 and then you see, because the next question is how often should you be training with weights and cables. So if you do 1 training session on table, you can do just normal gym training, or you can do specific arm wrestling training. For specific arm wrestling training, if your body isn't hurting, if you're not doing the same motion that you did on training session, you can do it as much as you want, but just don't damage it more, because tendons take so much time to recover. They can get these inflammations really quickly, and it can become a tendinopathy, and then it's it.
Here's a question again about my match with Sasha Andreev a few years ago.
You want to remember that?
We talked already. It was World Championship in Lithuania, and I think it was months or 2 after or before. I think I came back from USA before that, from World Arm Wrestling League qualification. And then I was 2 times before in USA, and before that I won 3 world championships in a row. So 2014 I lost against Sasha Andreev, and I get third place after that, and Sasha was in final with Vadim Akperov, and Sasha won twice and won.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's it. 2014, yeah, 2014, Lithuania World Championship.
Yeah, it was like so long time ago now. Yeah, I remember that championship. It was, but Sasha was really good, and he has improved so much since then. And I really hope that we will see him someday. It's good that in Moldova we saw him against like same level competition, because sometimes the guys that there's only Prudnik, and sometimes there's Taino, but all these guys fight with themselves, and there's nothing there.
Andrei asked about Lalyetin and Larat. That could be in a future really great match, but we have to wait for that.
Because
it could happen.
Devon wanted to pull him. Devon said, yeah, he likes.
It could happen, but if it happens under Igor Smazarenko top 8 or also some other super match, it will they will make some advertising before they will make this all hype before
promotion and hype, and we will see it. I think
that's how it actually should be done. For such a match, you need to make all this before.
Arm wrestling is like growing so quickly. It's for next year that we know that there's going to be top 8. We know that there's going to be Zloty 30. We know that there's going to be WL. I saw that some posts from UAL in USA that they're doing again.
Moldova will continue.
And also Karim from Lebanon is doing a lot of things there. So arm wrestling is growing. Also Europe Worlds and so many big tournaments all over the world.
You can support and you can like one organization, but actually for sport it's really good that we see all those organizations.
And it's good that it's not like, it's good that it's like boxing, because in boxing there are so many IBF, WFF, so many promotions, and they allow their champions to fight with each. So now we don't see that much of restrictions. I know that in past there was some restrictions, that some guys couldn't just compete there. I think it's really good that everyone can compete everywhere, because if someone and if you don't want that someone competes there, you pay him. You give him like good pay, good money, so he stays there. And this is making arm wrestling growing faster.
It's definitely push other organizations to work more, and it helps a lot, I believe. Igor Mazurenko maybe will not be happy with that. Other organizations like Moldova, they're doing some top 8 or something else.
Similar,
but like he said, we were talking with him. He said his arm wrestling organization is the best in the world, and no one is really giving him any competition. So he said, I don't care what others are doing. If you are doing best competition, you don't care about others.
But it is really good, because we will see more athletes coming out, because arm wrestling has so long time has been in shadows, and we had few major tournaments, and you go to these major tournaments. Now it's each week, so much each month. So let's get last question, and then we're finished for today. Which equipment is most important when buying stuff for arm wrestling? I will say it's arm wrestling table. I think with table you can do for arm wrestling a lot more stuff than with anything
It's
else.
always easy answer. What's best exercise in arm wrestling? It's arm wrestling. What's best equipment? It's arm wrestling table. If you do arm wrestling, but if seriously, free weights or cable? It's
resistance bands as well.
Bands?
The cheapest option would be resistance bands, because you can do so much stuff with them. But anything, basically, just start work and you will get better. Let's get this one from Valdis Vitos.
If you are smart about training, if you are thinking, if you are creative, you can train in arm wrestling. You can use rubbers, you can use cable, you can use free weights. In every place, in every way, you will find some option how to train.
Yeah. So
all this.
Yes. Anything new regarding gambling on arm wrestling matches in near future? I haven't heard anything, and I think it's really hard to start with the gambling, just because we have seen so many matches where the guys just I don't want to fight maybe in super matches, but in tournaments I don't want to fight, I don't want to lose strength, I will just give this up, go up. So it's and sometimes the guy just goes to top.
Bets in sport actually are a good thing.
It brings more money.
It brings more money, and I hope in near future we will see also bets in arm wrestling, and that's definitely will help our sport to grow. You like or you don't like gambling, but that's how it is. It's in all martial arts. It's in boxing. It's in UFC.
Yeah.
That's where the money.
That is where the money
comes from as well.
But they still need to figure out the format where athletes.
Igor Mazurenko was trying to do it some years ago. Yeah. Actually, in his webpage, it was possible to do some.
Because the name is armbets.tv.
Yeah, it was possible to do it, but.
Yeah, because the guys can just give up the fights without wanting to spend energy. It's really hard.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's enough for today.
Yeah, that's enough.
So thank you guys for watching. Next week we will be back, and I hope with a new camera, so it will be even better experience for you guys. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Jans. Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah,
stay strong.
Love arm wrestling, guys.